Hello, I'm Fabian Kuya with Elbc Newsline, a full power of factual and balanced news from Liberian other parts of the world this midweek. These are our top stories. President Joseph Boyka re-echoes government's commitment to upholding international best practices. Finance Ministry launches interactive forum to foster unity among female staff. Controversy mars police appointment. Hassan Collins named spokesperson hours after Cecilia Clark's exit. And a foreign news suspected Foxy leak kills dozens at a lead and zinc mine in central Nigeria. These stories and much more, including sports, the weather forecast, the news in Liberian English and French. But first, the news bulletin and Grace Style.
President Joseph Boakai has re-echoed government commitment to upholding international best practices in its governance structure. President Boakai noted this commitment will ensure public officials perform their respective duties in accordance with their constitutional mandates. The president reassured citizens that government will endeavor to uphold international best practices that resonate with the country's legal system through accountable and transparent channels. The Liberian leader's statement was contained in a speech delivered on his behalf at Justice Minister Councillor Oswald Twe Wednesday in Kingsville. Councillor Twe, at the same time, at the start of a three-day training organized by the Office of the Ombudsman that aims to improve the effective operations of the institution. The training, which is bringing together partners and a cross-section of participants, is expected to also place a spotlight on key activities and information about the Office of the Ombudsman. President Joseph Boakai has received letters of credence from the ambassadors designate of four countries. The countries are Venezuela, Congo, Indonesia, and the Slovak Republic. During the various presentations at the Executive Mansion in Monrovia, President Boakai expressed confidence that the bilateral relations forged will continue to create pathways for sustainable impact for all countries. The president conveyed best wishes to the ambassadors and recommitted his government's dedication to repositioning Liberia on the global stage. The ambassadors designate, however, lauded President Boakai for the warm reception and pledged their respective countries' commitment to upholding the values of friendship and mutual cooperation. The Finance Ministry has launched its Professional Women Association Interactive Forum aimed at fostering collaboration and cohesion among women within the entity. The launch ceremony held Wednesday in Monrovia brought together female professionals from across the ministry to mark the beginning of what the ministry described as a platform for shared growth and institutional strengthening. Delivering the keynote address, Education Minister Dr. Jasu Chala urged the women to embrace unity as a tool for professional advancement.
Development challenges are interconnected, and institutional collaboration multiplies impact. Mentor deliberately. Find someone younger than you, newer on the job, mentor them. Leadership continuity must be cultivated, not assumed.
Minister Jala emphasized that by working together, they could strengthen their collective authority within the institution and leverage each other's expertise to drive meaningful change. She called on women to build alliances across the various departments at the Finance Ministry, stressing that cross-departmental cooperation is essential to maximizing their impact. Meanwhile, Finance Minister Gaston Gafwan has termed the launch of the Professional Women Association Interactive Forum as a capacity building initiative. Minister Gafwan believes the forum is a channel for professional growth, noting that the initiative will set the stage for interactions between women at the ministry. He also pledged senior management support to the forum to bring about cohesiveness among the women because the work they do has great impact on the nation and its people.
Dealing with mothers, we're dealing with sisters, we're dealing with the future. You are the ones that are the pillars of society. The reason I take this very seriously, and this will be a permanent fixture, because this is not just social club for engagement. There's a capacity building initiative.
Minister Kapuan spoke Wednesday in Monrovia when he launched the Professional Women Association Interactive Forum of the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. The forum was launched under the theme Women Unite, Inspire, Charge. Controversy has marred the appointment of a new police spokesperson following the resignation of Cecilia Clark, though the authorities of the police have not commented on Cecilia's resignation. The LMP has announced Deputy Commissioner of Police Sam Collins as the new spokesperson. In a statement issued Wednesday, the LMP confirmed that Mr. Collins has officially assumed duties as head of the Press and Public Affairs Division. According to the statement, the appointment is part of an administrative decision to strategically reassign officers across various divisions in order to enhance efficiency, professionalism, and effective service delivery. Lofa County Senator Councilor Joseph Jala has backed the Supreme Court's decision to imprison vocal social media podcaster Justin Yeze, also known as Prophet Key, for contempt of court. In a statement released on Wednesday, Senator Jala defended the court's action, emphasizing that its power to punish for contempt is not only legal but constitutionally inherent. He argued that this authority is essential to safeguarding the dignity of the judiciary and ensuring the orderly administration of justice. According to Councilor Jala, Liberian jurisprudence dictates that contempt is determined by the effect of an individual's conduct on the court rather than the personal intent behind the action. He noted that such violations are typically met with sanctions, including fines or conditional imprisonment. Drawing from personal experience, the Lofa County Senator referenced a 1987 incident in which he himself was cited for contempt by the Supreme Court. He described the judiciary's contempt powers as a vital mechanism for preserving judicial independence and promoting respect for the rule of law. The government of Liberia has reassured international investors of Liberia's commitment to transparency, openness, and balanced partnerships. Mines and Energy Minister Metunoke Tingbag said Liberia remains open for business, not just as a source of raw materials, but as a strategic partner focused on equity, energy security, and sustainable development. The Mines and Energy Ministry board highlighted that Liberia welcomes foreign capital, but insists on partnerships that improve education, employment, and technology transfer. According to a dispatch, Mr. Kingham made a statement during his presentation at the 2026 mining in Daba in Cape Town, South Africa. He also acknowledged the contribution of the Liberia Chamber of Mines in supporting the country's participation in the mining conference. The executive and legislature have passed and signed the bill elevating the Bond County Technical College to Bond County University. The administration of BCU has praised stakeholders for the elevation of the school to a full-fledged university. The university president, Dr. Afrasen Tiekawia, said the elevation is a significant achievement for the people of Bond County. Dr. Tiekawia has, however, appealed for the construction of an annex to host the growing number of students. He said the school currently has more than 2,000 students, and with the current elevation, the number will significantly increase. He spoke at a news conference on the university campus in Banga, Bond County, Wednesday. The Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, Grand Cape Mount County Detachment, has arrested Alhaji Fofana, age 38, for being in possession of uncontrolled drugs at the Waterside port of entry. Suspect Fofana was apprehended Wednesday while en route to Monrovia with over 260 grams of kush, 75 grams of lawo, and 60 strips of tramadol concealed in his slippers. The LDA puts the street value of the drugs at over 1 million Liberian dollars and its equivalent of over 7,500 United States dollars. The suspect is being investigated and will soon be forwarded to the court for trial. The LDA urges the public to continue assisting in the fight against drug trafficking by reporting any suspicious activities through its hotlines. The grand motive of the Supreme Council fatwa in Liberia has appealed to all Muslims not to allow political diversity bring disunity among them in the country. Sheikh Abubakar Sumaworo said political diversity will always exist, but their political opinion should not serve as a basis for bringing confusion. Speaking on day one of the holy month of Ramadan, Sheikh Sumaworo also encouraged all imams to pray for the president, the government, and the Liberian people. The Grand Motif also commended the government and people for the level of peace prevailing in the country thus far. The Liberia political centrism movement has reaffirmed its commitment to the principle of promoting national development, affording recommendations where necessary. According to the movement, it will not deviate from its core values and adopt meaningless criticism of the government to portray a negative picture to the outside world. Councillor Kanye Bagbala, head of the centrism political movement, told ELBC on Wednesday that the focus of the organization is to provoke patriotism in the body politics of the country.
Our role is to celebrate that which is positive about our country in terms of development, amongst other things. And if that is what you call as being not balanced, then by all means, choose whatever situation you want to choose. But I think the country deserves it. The country deserves to move further.
Councillor Bagbala believes President Joseph Boakai has so far succeeded in repositioning the country on the global stage through a robust foreign policy strategy. However, the head of the Liberia centrism political movement urged government to do more with the fight against corruption and the rule of law. Meanwhile, Councillor Kanyo Bagbala has accepted his expulsion from the Congress for Democratic Change. Councillor Bala, along three other individuals, including Grand Judy County Senator Zoe Pennell, were expelled a few weeks ago from the CDC, with the party citing gross violation of its constitution. The former CDC campaign spokesman told the Super Morning Show on Wednesday that he harbors no resentment against the party for his expulsion.
Like I said, I have a lot of brothers and sisters that are there, and my relationship with them will never change. And I don't think those relationships, I hope, at least from my point of view, I don't think those relationships were forged on simply because we all belonged to the same party at the time.
Councillor Kanye Bagbala, who declined to comment on the future of the CDC, called on hierarchies to rule from their election laws in 2023 and once more make the party a vibrant opposition political institution. The Liberia political centrism movement head said, contrary to rumors, he has no intentions to join the ruling Unity Party. The Justice Ministry has termed as false and misleading reports claiming that Peter Bonjala, who has been accused of sodomizing a minor, has been released. A Justice Ministry release clarified that the accused remains in lawful detention at the Monrovia Central Prison, awaiting the court's final determination of the case. The ministry noted that aggravated involuntary sodomy of a minor constitutes statutory rape and is classified as a non-bailable offense under the law. It stressed its zero tolerance for any compromise involving the protection of minors or the prosecution of serious sexual offenses. Meanwhile, the Justice Ministry said it is prepared to facilitate verification for any concerned authority, stakeholder, or accredited media representative to confirm that the accused remains in custody. And a prominent Black civil rights activist, Melvin Ford, has described the death of Reverend Jesse Jackson a great loss to America's civil rights movement. Reverend Jackson, a mentee of the late Dr. Martin Luther King, died on Tuesday in Chicago, the United States of America. He was the founder and president of the Rainbow Push Coalition. In an interview on the Super Morning Show Wednesday, Mr. Ford said the late Reverend Jesse Jackson was a beacon of hope for millions of Black people across the world. Mr. Ford credited the late Reverend Jackson with the idea of Black people being called African Americans and not Negroes. According to him, Reverend Jackson believed in Africa and the rights of African immigrants in the United States.
Peace. Now in the news bulletin, one of the top stories